What's up, Bulls Nation? It's the Bloody Horns podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Let's get into it, man. Let's talk about Coby White. So we've seen Coby White the last couple of weeks. He's back in the gym, guys. He's back in the lab. He's working with Johnny Dribble Too Much, the trainer that he credits with kind of taking his game to the next level. You know, Coby White is coming off of a career year last year. Coby White was one of the few bright spots on the Chicago Bulls, so it's nice to see him not rest on his laurels, get back in the gym, show that work ethic, and hopefully he's adding a couple more wrinkles to his game, because Coby White was fantastic last year, but there's still levels to this. There's still higher levels he has the capability of reaching if he truly wants to be an all-star level player, if he really wants to be a special kind of player, an impact type of player. So what can we expect from Coby White going into next year? That's the biggest question on Chicago Bulls fans' minds, in my opinion. So there's a couple of ways that this could go. It could go, I think best case scenario, honestly, and this is going to sound a little crazy to some people, best case scenario next year is Coby White has an Anthony Simons type of year. So what I mean by that is the Chicago Bulls don't bring back DeMar DeRozan. They trade Zach LaVine. Nikola Vucevic, they ship him off somehow so that the offense is basically all Coby White. Anthony Simons last year in Portland, offense was all him. Anthony Simons was given the keys. He was told, do your thing, man. The problem is nobody paid any attention because they sucked. And the Chicago Bulls, make no mistake about it, guys, we're most likely going to suck next year. Whether they blow it up, bring everybody back, no matter what they do, I don't think there's a move that improves the Chicago Bulls next year. We won 38 games last year. I don't see a move out there that gets us to that 45 win mark that makes us a true top 6 team in the East. So Chicago Bulls, they're going to suck next year. So if they go the blow it up route, they let DeRozan walk, they trade LaVine, they get rid of Vooch, and this offense is truly running through Coby, if he has an Anthony Simons type of year, I'm going to be very happy. And for those of you who didn't pay any attention to the Blazers last year, Anthony Simons last year, 23 points a game, 5.5 assists a game. He shot 38% from three. You know, he was given the keys and he kind of lived up to it. They didn't win any games. That roster was dog shit. Chauncey Billups, probably not the best coach out there, if we're being honest. But Anthony Simons, he was damn good last year. He was a true bucket, and he kind of proved that, yeah, he has some potential and he could kind of do his thing out there when he's given the keys. So if we get rid of everybody, I need to see Coby White have that kind of season, have the 23 points a game, still getting the 5 assists, still getting a little playmaking in there, shooting a high mark, 38% from three. If Coby White does that next year when he's the only dude on the team in a blow it up scenario, I'm going to be happy. I don't know what that means for the future. Does that mean he's a building block? Does that mean that we've built his trade value going forward? I'm not really sure. All I know is the Chicago Bulls, man, they need to blow this thing up. So that is best case scenario for me, is if this team is truly Coby's team next year and it's just him putting up crazy stats on a bad team. That's not a bad scenario in my estimation. Now, let's say we bring it back, right? Then I need to see Coby have a little bit more alpha energy. Even if DeMar DeRozan's back, even if Zach LaVine's back, even if Nikola Vucevic is still a major part of this team, what I need to see from Coby then is I need to see him have some alpha energy. In the past, when all three of those guys are playing, Coby White, he kind of had some beta energy, if we're being honest. He kind of let those dudes dictate what he was going to do. Coby White last year, he started out slow because he was deferring to Zach LaVine. He was deferring to DeMar DeRozan. Once Zach LaVine went down, Coby White said, look, I'm going to take the keys to this car and I'm going to start doing my thing. I need him to do that if Zach LaVine's out there. I need him to say, look, Zach, I appreciate, what you've done in Chicago here, but this is my time, man. I'm not going to take a step back just because you're coming back in. So if we bring everybody back next year, I need Coby White to be the one to step up, to have that alpha energy, to step up and let them know, like, I'm not letting my game regress just because you guys are here again. I'm young. I'm coming into my prime. I'm coming into my own. I'm going to step up and be the man of this team. So if that means that he's going to be a little bit more aggressive, that we're going to relegate Zach LaVine to more of an off-ball role, which fans have been calling for years, then that's cool in my opinion. I still don't think we win very much just because I'm not a believer in this team with Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic on it. But if I see those three back and I see a more aggressive Coby, a Coby who's not so deferent to those three, I'm going to be pretty happy there too. So it's a big season coming up for Coby White. He got robbed of most improved player last year. But there's still ways that he can improve this offseason. So it's nice to see him back with Johnny Dribble Too Much. I'm excited to see what kind of steps he takes. I was one of the guys, I never hopped off the Coby White bandwagon. even in his rough years, I was still saying this guy at the least can be a good off the bench scorer, and he surpassed those expectations. He's a true quality level starting point guard in the NBA, and it's good to see him back in the lab working on his craft, proving that he's that caliber of player. So you guys let me know in the comments what your expectations are for Coby White coming into this offseason and what you want to see him going into next year.